Hey everyone, it's leftovers for dinner, and Pepper here. Hey Pepper. Hi. Well, Pepper is my first small dog I've ever owned, and today it is 55 degrees. Every time she goes outside, she's very cold, isn't she? Yes, she is. So, because she's cold and she can't help it, I think that's why small dog owners actually, put ridiculous little sweaters on their dogs, like this one. Now, this sweater, she's actually kind of grown out of. It's a little tight now. But the thing is, these little sweaters, they're about thank you, Pepper. They're about $8-10, sometimes more. And the only thing that happens is you put it on your dog, it keeps them warm, but then when they go outside and potty, they either pee on it or they get soaking wet in it. You don't want to leave a wet sweater on a dog, that'll probably make it sick. So you're constantly putting a sweater on, taking it off, and just like little kids, the sweater gets too small and there's no use for it. So I found a solution for that without having to spend $8-10 or even more. What you do is you go to the thrift shop. Excuse me, Pepper. Excuse me. Can I have this, please? Thank you. Thank you, Pepper. You go to the thrift shop, you buy some little kid clothes, like infant, newborn. Yeah, this one's a newborn. And then you just modify it so it fits your dog. I'm going to show you how. And then I'll also show Pepper in her new little hoodie. Isn't that cool, Pepper? Yep. We're going to show them how to do this. Okay, so I got this little hoodie from the thrift shop. I paid 75 cents for it, and it was pretty cute. And 75 cents is a lot less than what I'd pay at a big box store for a little pet sweater. So, picked it up, thought it was cute. And since pets and babies aren't shaped exactly the same, I felt that I needed to tailor it so that it'll actually fit Pepper. And what I did was I cut the sleeves off, because with the sleeves, I actually put this on Pepper. She was walking kind of funny, and that's not good. I cut them off, but I left some fleece. And that fleece, what I'm going to end up doing is like I did on this side, I folded it over, and then I seamed it over the existing seam. Because I'm not a seamstress, I don't have a sewing machine, but this way, there's a nice, clean, rounded, finished edge for her little arms to poke through. That's what I'm going to do on this side. So let's go ahead and get started. To do this, I used what I had. I had some invisible thread. Yes, Pepper, that is invisible thread. Yes, it does not taste good. And just some really sharp scissors. I actually have two pairs. These ones, I use these to cut the sleeves off, and these to make some really fine things. Like when I cut the sleeves, I kind of cut them jagged, so I cleaned it up. And then I also cut right here, right near the base, so I could fold over and tuck that excess fleece in. So I'm trying to do that now. Thank you for helping, Pepper. That's very sweet of you. And I already have a threaded needle with the invisible thread. Now this part is going to be interesting, especially with you helping now. I started underneath, and I poked the needle through where that existing seam was on the sleeves. And that's just to make it look nice. And Pepper, don't go crazy with the thread now. Yep. No, thank you. But I pulled it through and go back in. Now you're gonna notice, because of the folded over fleece, just with the nature of the fabric and the fact that this was already at one time a finished garment, that you'll get a little rounded feel right there by going through the seam. And that's fine. Oops, kind of got myself tangled up there. Let's see if I can, there we go. Oh, and that's fine. I mean, you don't want rough edges, especially like if you got a little sweater or hoodie that was cotton and not fleece. The cotton could cause some chafing, especially on these little dogs. Pepper doesn't have a lot of hair on her underside, so anything to make her more comfortable when it's only 55 degrees. Oh, now you're in the way, Pepper. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to give you guys a little bit of a close-up. Excuse me, Pepper. Right there, it's through the seam, and on the other side it currently looks like this, just folded over like you're making a new hem. Now I'm going to work on this for a little bit and then I'll show you the finished piece, okay? Okay, I'm almost done with this, but I did want to show you guys, Pepper, come on, an important part of refashioning these little clothes. Come on. When you cut, you're cutting a seam that was already finished and sewed in place by some sewing machine. Pepper, please back up. And the seam may come apart. When that happens, come on, back up, Pepper. When that happens, what you should actually do is fold it over, well, turn the garment inside out first. Fold it over and stitch all of your new stitch and the existing stitch together. And that's what I'm doing now. Ow. That's why a thimble is good. Another thing that I did on the other side, but I'll do it right here for you guys, is I'm folding the new seam down into the existing seam, and I'm just going to tack it in place. Oops. I'm sure this would all be a lot easier if I had a sewing machine, but I don't. This isn't too challenging. As you can see, I'm doing this without a sewing machine again. It's only taken a few minutes. Honestly, this one little hole took me about 3 or 4 minutes. And looks like I'm done. So I'm just going to finish this off. Pepper's very interested in this needle, and I'm trying to keep it very clear of her. Okay. My sewing skills aren't the most amazing, but I think they make do. Alright, I got it tied off. I'm just gonna force a habit from what I actually do, which is crochet and knitting. I like to weave in my excess thread a bit before I cut. So there we go. There we go. Alright, now I want to show you guys the other side, the side that probably looks a lot better. Excuse me, Pepper. This is what it looks like. There's my new seam, there's the original seam, and I sewed right over top of that. So now it's good to go pretty much. Except for a little bit of lint and dog hair on it. We're all set to keep Pepper warm in this fall season. Goodness knows what we're gonna do for winter. But we're gonna go ahead and put this on her. Let me see your arms. There you go. And can you sit up? Pepper's doing yoga for the video camera. That's cool. Right, sit pretty lady. Alright, so here we go. Nice high quality fleece hoodie with flannel inside looking thing. And as you can see, the sleeves fit pretty good. This, 75 cents and about 10 to 15 minutes of your time. Or 8, 10, 15 bucks a pop, and they're always going to ruin them. That's another thing. While this little hoodie is nice, there's a couple that are already in the laundry that are kind of dirty, and seriously, if she ruins them, I don't care. They were 75 cents. I feel better about ruining 75 cents than I do about 10 bucks a pop. So let's say hi. Hi. Okay, if you want to see some cute photos of her in this, check my blog, leftoversfordinner.com. And I'll also try to put a text tutorial on there. Okay? Say bye. Hi. Bye, everybody.